Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a good Sunday. So, just wanted to do a very quick video about a new feature, experimental feature in Google Chrome Canary, which is the development version of Google Chrome. That might be actually interesting to few to actually test out. So basically, this new feature is being able to have a large language model, which is the Gemini Nano model, basically available within your browser in Chrome and be accessible within the browser API in Google Chrome, which I think is quite very interesting. It might unlock a lot of interesting use cases and usages where you'd be able to run a large language model, well, a very small large language model in the browser on the user's machine directly without having to call a server, without having to do anything related to external APIs or whatever. Now, the model is quite small. It's basically the smallest out of the Gemini family of models. But it's actually meant for embedded use cases, such as being embedded in the browser, being embedded in a mobile phone, and whatnot. So I'll go ahead quickly and just show you how you can actually activate it, and I'm gonna actually try running it myself just to see how that looks like. And probably I'm gonna have a longer video later on where we would actually go through a proper use case. So this is just basically a test that I'll be going through. So let's get started. So first thing you want to do is go to the Chrome flags, basically. So on Google Chrome, Canary, again, the development version of Google Chrome. So you go to Chrome flags. First thing you need to search for is Nano. So then you'll get the prompt API for Gemini Nano. That one you will need to enable. The other thing, so there's also other APIs connected to Nano, such as the summarization, the writer API, the rewriter API, and whatnot. I'm going to actually enable all of them, but for the test that I'm going to be running, I'm going to just need the basic prompt one. The other thing is you need to type optimization here again as well, because you need to enable the optimization guide on device. That will basically allow Chrome to actually be able to run models on the device. So that needs to be enabled as well. So we've got these two, right? Then I'm gonna just then relaunch this browser so that it can take effect. So now this should be taking effect. Second thing I need to do, well, maybe we can actually try to see what do we have here in terms of abilities to see if actually the API got activated. So I'm gonna do await window.ai.assistant. So basically the API is accessible via window AI assistant. Capabilities should be able to list the capabilities that are in the browser, basically, which model you have. So here it shows AI assistant capabilities is available after download, because so technically it's activated, but it needs an actual download of the model. So to download the model, you need to go to components. In components, you'll have to search for optimization guide on device model, which is basically this one. That's it, optimization guide on device model, right? And you just need to do check for update and it will download. So for me, I have a cached version of this. That's why it downloaded so fast, but the download can be quite big because it's gonna actually download the actual Nano model and then cache it within your Chrome Canary browser. Okay, so that's just one thing to note here. Now, if I go back here and I do capabilities, it still says after download. The reason is I noticed this is that even if you have downloaded the model, after that you need to wait like a couple of minutes, I think like 5 minutes or something like that until this is activated. So for example, if I try to do an instance of the assistant to be able to run a prompt, such as via window.ai dot assistant dot create, I think. Yes, create. It will give me an error. The session cannot be created, invalid state error. I'll need to actually wait a bit. So you'll probably need to give it 5 to 10 minutes even after download. So let's just wait for that a bit.
A few moments later.
Okay, so after waiting for around like 5 to 7 minutes, I think, on my end, I would expect this to be working now. So let's try to see if our API is available, like the model is available. Window.ai.assistant.capabilities. So here it says AI assistant capabilities readily. So I would expect it to be actually ready now. So let's try running a prompt against it to see what it gives us. So I will create an instance of an assistant equals await window AI assistant. No, not capabilities. This should be create. There you go. So basically assistant dot create, right? This will create an assistant. Then I can use this assistant to do a prompt against it. So I can say here, explain to me who was Shakespeare, for example. Okay. Oops, that returns a promise. So we need to actually execute the promise, like be able to get the results of the promise directly. So we need to add an await. Pretty much all of the functions in this API seem to be returning a promise. So await assistant prompt, explain to me who was Shakespeare, and then I enter that. It takes a bit of time. I'm running this on a Mac M2 processor. I mean, it's decent. It's not bad in terms of speed. And here's my result. So I got it back, seems to be a bit in Markdown. So it says William Shakespeare was incredibly prolific, incredibly successful writer. Yeah. So all in all, it's quite nice. I like it so far. Nothing super amazing yet or super disappointing. So let's see. I'll keep that for a separate session later on. But basically, that's how you can activate this feature in Chrome Canary, which is the development version of Chrome. And maybe, yeah, start experimenting with it, doing stuff on it totally on the client side, completely on the front end without any server requests. So yeah, thank you for listening and hope to see you later in another video. Thank you.